Chapter 9. You know, I absolutely love to preach. I do. I just love it. And I thank you, Miss Sandy. I said I love to preach, and Zach yawned. Thank you, Zach. Ecclesiastes chapter 9. I love preaching. And boy, this book is so rich. It is so rich. Boy, get everything you can out of it. Let's all stand together. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, starting in verse number 4. And we're going to read through verse number 10. We'll read those verses there responsively. Chapter 9, verse 4, through verse number 10. Verse number 4. For to him that is joined to all the living there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. Together. For the living know they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Neither have they any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love, their hatred, their envy is not perished. Neither have they any more portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine with a merry heart, for God now accepteth thy works. And let thy garments be always white, and let thine head lack no ointment. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of thy life in thy vanity, which he hath given thee under the sun, all the days of thy vanity. For that is thy portion in this life, and in thy labor that thou takest under the sun. And let's read verse 10 together. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there's no work, no device, no knowledge, no wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Now I want you to go back a couple pages to chapter 7. Chapter 7. And I want you to read one verse there aloud together. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, and let's read verse number 2, all of us loud together. Ready? It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. And so let's pray. Our Father, I ask you to bless this time here. Use it, please. Help us to pay attention. Such a great truth, especially in light of just a couple things I saw this week. And boy, it just pops out more and more. As we get older, we realize it. Help us to take heed tonight and listen in Jesus' name. Amen.
Before us, light away.
Father, bless this few minutes here tonight. And we're going to keep her short, but I pray that it would be yet powerful. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to talk to you tonight on this subject, here today and gone tomorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. I mentioned this morning about the semi-truck. I talked about it here in my Sunday school class that we were out there on I-5 and traffic got all backed up. And here's this semi-truck. We'd gotten up there in a large wreck, and the Connex, the 40-foot container on the back of this truck, had come loose and slid forward and went right through the cab and just demolished knocked the whole cab off the land, just demolished it. It fell over, went over the concrete median into oncoming traffic, killed the man. I thought, that man was just driving along. He might have been singing his favorite song. He might have been thinking about his family. He might have been looking at his watch and realized the next exit I get to pull over and grab something to eat. His family was home waiting for him. His wife very well could have had a meal on the table, knowing he's going to be home soon. And just like that, gone. I fell off that cliff, that tree, and not quite as agile as I used to be, I don't think. And but boy, my foot caught. When I looked down and saw where I really was, it was a little scary. It could have been over pretty quick. And if it wasn't over, I wish it was over because I'd been in bad shape. But here today, gone tomorrow. In Ecclesiastes, we find that Ecclesiastes was written by Solomon. Who was Solomon? Solomon was the wisest man who's ever lived. Imagine having that title. It's amazing what God said. God said about John the Baptist, he was the greatest man ever born among women. Whew, what a statement. I would like to have that said about you. You're the greatest man that's ever lived. Wow. God said about Solomon, you're going to have such wisdom. Nobody behind you and nobody in front of you could ever compare to the amount of wisdom that you have. And not only was he the wisest man that's ever lived, he's also one of the richest, if not the richest man that's ever lived. Silver, the Bible talks about some of his riches. He had silver that was as plenteous as stones. Imagine having so much silver, it's like gravel around your house. That's how commonplace the silver was. You calculate what he had gotten in gold, the ships that brought gold to him. He brought in 62,000 pounds of gold a year. 62,000 pounds of gold a year. That was his increase. That's $1.5 billion worth of gold annual salary. How'd you like to make that? How'd you like to have that salary? $1.5 billion a year. They say that the richest man in the world right now is Bill Gates. I think he's worth somewhere around $82 billion, I think it is, or something. Solomon was worth more than that. Very wealthy man. Solomon had exotic animals. They say that in town one of his wives wanted a mountain because there were no hills, and so he built a mountain. And built a mountain for her. They say the gardens and the trees were unbelievable, and the ships would be coming in and bringing all kinds of wood and things and animals from all over the world, bringing them in for his little kingdom that he had. Matter of fact, the Bible says that Ecclesiastes that Solomon was so well-to-do that anything that his eyes desired, he kept it not from him. If he wanted it, he went and got it. If he desired it, he found a way to bring it in. What a life. What a way to live. Huh? Boy, anything you just think you want, just go get it. What a way to live. But then in the book of Ecclesiastes, Solomon is now reflecting on his life. He's looking back at some of his older years and looking back on his life, and he came to this one main conclusion, and we find it in the beginning of the book of Ecclesiastes, but he came to this one main conclusion. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. He came to this one main conclusion. Here we are, the wealthiest man alive, the wisest man alive, had anything and everything he could ever even dream of, and he gets down to the end of his life, and he looks back, and he said, you know what it was? It was vain. It was vanity. That's all that it was vanity. He said it was simply a waste. It was all, now wait a minute. You're telling me you got to the end of your life and you had everything you ever desired and you look back and said it was just a waste? Now that was the wisest man, listen, that was the wisest man that ever lived. The wisest man that ever lived. He in his wisdom looked back and said, what a waste I had for a life. What a waste. He learned a few things, and he penned them down here in the book of Ecclesiastes for you and I. We read there in chapter 7, in verse 2, he said, it is better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting. Now what a crazy statement. Why would he say that? Why would he say it's better to go to the funeral home? It's better to go to a funeral than go to a wedding. It's better to go to a place of mourning than a place of feasting and rejoicing. Now why would he say that? You know, I worked at a funeral home for a while, a couple of years. And I remember I started at the funeral home, and I mean, I'll never forget the first dead body I got to go pick up. I was nervous, man. I was scared. I didn't know what, I'd never seen a dead body before, you know, man. And we get there, and I got to the hospital. I'm trying not to stare at the guy, but, you know, I want to see, you know. And there's a guy laying there, who's, I think it was on Elmendorf, if I'm not mistaken. And he's laying there, kind of like that. And we wrapped him up and took him back to the funeral home. And I was, man, the whole time I'm just thinking, that's just weird. I got a dead body in the car with me. This is just strange, you know. And it became very commonplace. We're picking up 3 to 4 people a day, picking up dead bodies. And boy, going to hospitals, going to somebody's home, and you go in and they die. You go, you wrap them up, take them back to the funeral home, pack them up and go, you know. And I remember that as this went, it got to a place after a week or so that I began to see everybody in a whole different light. I saw people as simply walking dead people. Because that's really what they were. And that's really what you and I are. We're about one heartbeat from somebody coming in here and wrapping you up and taking you to the funeral home. That's it. And I begin to realize just how fragile that life really is. How short it really is. A guy going on his snow machine, and he comes in, and his body's on one table, and his head inside of a helmet on the other table. And you realize how short it is. When you're bringing an 11-year-old child who got fished out of a lake. As you think a man who's on his way to work and has a heart attack and falls over dead. And you realize, wait a minute, life is so short and life is so fragile. And then my life really changed at the funeral home when I realized it is so precious, the life that we have. Because that life can be taken and snuffed out just like that. James said this. He said, what is your life? It's but a vapor. Here today, gone tomorrow. It's that quick. It's just a vapor, and it vanishes away. Listen, nobody in this room, we say it so lightheartedly, say, we have no promise of tomorrow, and we go, that's right, we all walk out thinking we have tomorrow. But we may not have tomorrow. One of our bus kids, just this past week, his mom committed suicide. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. As one of the ladies that sat right back here that came for several services, came to 3 or 4 services, and then one Sunday night, just a few months ago on the way to church, there was all these ambulances out here, I think it's on 82nd at the light, and her grandson got hit by a car and killed. Just like that. So quick. It happened just like that and so fast, and we don't even realize it. Hey, here today and gone tomorrow. You know, I'm 42 years old. Old, Miss Sandy. And now, to some of you like Miss Sandy, that's not old. That's the prime of life. About what, a third? How old you are, Miss Sandy? Something like that. And but I'm just a child. That says a lot coming from an old lady. But you know, 42 years old. But I look at it and say, where'd those 42 years go? Where did they go? You would think that, I remember as a kid looking up and saying, man, 30 years old, that's a long time. But when you hit 30, you look back and say, that's not very long. Where did it go? I was thinking about Melvin, brother Melvin, and saying something to somebody the other day. I said, man, Melvin's a great kid. I thought, how old is Melvin? He's what, 19, 20 by now? And then it dawned on me, you're what, 27? 28? 29. You're 29. He's thinking over the hill, man. 29 years old. And you look at it and say, what? I led you to Christ when you were 14. You're 20, thinking 9. That sure makes me feel old. You know, and I'm thinking, wow, where does the time go? Where does it go? You know, I thought of that song that Caitlin sang a little while ago. And she's talking about, you know, when you get to heaven, people are going to be, you know, if they thank you or whatnot. I remember when Caleb and I knocked on Caitlin's door, 9:30 at night, on Tuesday night. I saw one and knocked on her door, and the next day she came to church. You know, and I thought, it's just amazing, though, how much time just flies by. Look at your life. What do you have? What do you have? Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. All is vanity. It's just a waste. How did it get so late so soon? It was night before it's noon. December is here before it's June. My goodness, how the time has flown. How did it get so late so soon? That's Dr. Seuss. And man, he's right. How did it get so late so soon? The time has sure flown. And the future has a way of arriving unannounced. The future has a way of arriving unannounced. I wasted time, and now the time wastes me. That's what William Shakespeare said. He said, I wasted time, now time wasted me. Men talk of killing time, while time quietly kills them. Boy, think about that. We talk of killing time. I always bother you. Well, I had some time to kill. Boy, I hate killing time. I hate killing. I don't want to sit at that airport for an hour and a half waiting on a plane. I want to go do something. Hey, I want to go see something. Maybe there's just, let me see the airport. Let's see some, at least do something. I always get made fun of when if we ever go on a trip somewhere, we don't sleep. We go. We get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we hit the trail running, and we're going to go here, then we're going to go here, we're going to see this, we're going to do this, we're going to go here, we're going there, we're going all over the place, and we get back at midnight, and guess what? We're getting up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, we're doing it again. And because, man, take advantage of it. How often are you going to be in Seattle? Let's see it all. And go everywhere we can. Why? I don't waste time. I don't want to waste it. And let me get to that here in a minute. But live every day as if it were your last day. And then someday you'll be right. Live every day as if it were your last day. Because someday you'll be right. It will be your last day. So what did he say? He said, go to the funeral home. It's better to go to the funeral home, the house of mourning, than the house of feasting. Why? Because if you'll go to the funeral home and you'll see the dead bodies laying there, you'll realize time is short and you'll walk away and do something with your life. Because it's better to go to the funeral home and say, I realize that they're mine in just a few short years. They're mine in just a matter of time. Do you realize that in less than 24 months, we're talking about 20 months from now, and Joseph's going to be driving? Unless, of course, he's like Josue, he'll get his license till he's 30. But that's 20 months. That's nothing. I mean, do you realize that in 6 years, Joseph will be 18 years old? In 6 years, that's 6 more Christmases. That's all I got to buy my gift for, 6 more times. And, 6 more Christmases, and Joseph can be married. You hear that, Liliana? Oh, look at that grin. Yeah. All right. So we got David and Hadassah, Liliana, and Joseph. Good. And wait a minute. Where'd the time go? Where did it go? We look back and the preachers, the wisest man that ever lived, the richest man, he looked back and said, what will happen? I had everything I ever wanted, and I discovered vanity of vanities. Saith the preacher, it'd been better had I gone to the funeral home than gone to the wedding. Maybe I'd have realized time is short, and I'd have took advantage of the time that I had. Amen. Chapter 9 comes around, and Solomon begins to tell us in chapter 9, he gives us some of that wisdom on how to live our life and things that Solomon might have done different. I want to look at a few of those tonight. Number one, I want to say this: enjoy life. Enjoy life. Let me say this. People often say, well, God expects me to be happy. No, he doesn't. God expects you to be right. God does, the Lord wants me to be happy. I want to do this, so God wants me to be happy. Well, I want this. God would rather you be right than you be happy any day of the week. But God does want you to be right, or wants you to be happy, but he knows when you are right, you will be happy. God's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. Your happiness does not make it good, make you a lasting happiness, but God's righteousness will. And this is what he was saying. There's no real joy in sin. There's pleasure for a season. There's pleasure there for a little while, but that sin will always leave you weeping. It'll always leave you broken. It'll always leave you discouraged. It'll always leave you down. It'll always leave you messed up. Yes, the sin is a lot of fun for a season. Right. For a season. And around here, seasons are short. Right. Yeah, summer will be gone before you know it. Before you know it, 12 more Sundays, back at school. Yes. 12 more Sundays. 12 more Sundays, kids, and summer's over. Count them down. But sin's the same way. It's but for a season. Hey, sin, the wages of sin is death. It's death to your home, death to your family, death to your life, death to your health, death to your dream, death to your vision, death to everything. Sin destroys. Realize that the sin will take you further than you want to go. It'll keep you longer than you want to stay. It'll cost you more than you want to pay. And more than pretty little cliches that we say, it is the truth from the Word of God. Beware and stay away from sin. Life is too short. But listen, life is short, but enjoy life. But don't enjoy it in sin. Don't enjoy it in sin. Real joy comes from living right and living for the Lord. Now you live right and you live for the Lord and you put the Lord first. Now what? Don't enjoy life. There's nothing wrong with that. He said, eat the fruit of your labor. The book of Ecclesiastes talks several times about, hey, you labored, enjoy it. Nothing wrong with that. God wants us to enjoy life, but not at the expense of right. But he does want us to enjoy life. So, stop wishing time away. Can I help you tonight? Can I help give you a little quality of life? Stop wishing time away. I can't wait till next Sunday. I can't wait till next weekend. I can't wait till my birthday. I can't wait till school's out. I can't wait till Christmas. I can't wait till I retire. I can't. And we're always looking for that. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. And we miss this because we're waiting for that. Stop wishing your life away. How many of us sit there every day? I can't wait for church to be over so I can go to bed. And then you're getting the morning. I can't wait for work to be over so I can come home. And then I can't wait for this to be over so I can do this. And I can't wait for... Hey, stop all that nonsense and enjoy today. Because you may not have tomorrow. Right. Yes, one of these days, you live every day as if it's your last. Because one day you will be right. And stop wishing your time away. Live in the present. Enjoy today. Enjoy. Listen, right now. You are in church, you have to be in church. You have to be. We're not letting you out. You have to be here. You're going to be here anyway. You're stuck. For the next 3.5 hours, you're stuck. You're going to be in church. But instead of sitting there saying, hurry up, I'm hungry. Why don't you stop and say, I got to be here anyway. Let me soak everything I can out of it. I've got to be here anyway. Why don't I stop thinking about what I'm going to eat in an hour from now and realize God's doing something? I'm going to listen and pay attention to that and live in that moment and enjoy that time. Squeeze all that you can out of every minute. Know what I find? We sleep our life away. If you sleep 8 hours a day, that is 1/3 of your life gone. You'll spend 1/3 of your life unconscious. If you live to be 60, that means you'll spend 20 years of your life that you'll never remember because you're unconscious. I'm not against sleeping 8 hours a day, but I am against sleeping more than what you need. Don't just lay around sleeping until noon. You're sleeping your life away. Hey, listen, don't waste your life on TV. That TV, it's all make-believe. It's fake. And yet we go and we turn it on, and by the hour, vegetating. Video games. Listen, Super Mario Brothers means nothing. Pac-Man means nothing, except for second place prize in the baby contest. That's all Pac-Man is. Those things mean nothing. But if we're not careful, listen, life will blow by you because you're busy looking at a screen. Hey, internet, same thing. Surfing the internet, YouTube. How many hours can you spend just looking at junk on YouTube that means nothing? Makes no difference. I know this ain't popular, but I'm trying to give you a better quality of life. A better quality of life rather than dying someday and looking back and saying, man, that sure was the best. That was the best 14 years of YouTube I ever saw. It's not going to matter. Like I said a while ago, when I go on vacation somewhere, man, look out. Look out, man. We plan it ahead of time. Okay, we're going to see every attraction. We're going to go here, then we're going to go here. We got to hurry. We only got an hour. We got to spend 1 hour here. We got to go. We're going to go here. We're going to see this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to go. Why? Because we may never have this opportunity again. Enjoy it. Take advantage of it. And squeeze all that you can out of it. Hey, listen, fulfill your dreams. Don't fulfill your dreams on the altar of God's will, though. If God's called you to do something, you better obey God and follow His will, make that your dream.
Yes, sir, that's right.
But listen, I want to go to Yellowstone National Park. Someday I'm going to go. I just want to go. I don't even know where it is, but I want to go. And I've always wanted to be in Texas. And so I want to go to Yellowstone National Park. And you know where I want to go someday? I want to go to the Holy Land. I just want to go to the Holy Land. Oh, yeah? You know, I do know some people that they do a trip. If they get enough people, we could maybe put together a group of 15 people or something on the church who want to go to the Holy Land. Yeah. And you pay, I don't know what it is, it's $4,000 or $5,000 or something. That's all. That's a lot of old lady money right there blowing around the parking lot, huh? And, but it's a few $1,000s, and they plan the whole trip. Pay all your money. I want to go. I want to see the pool of Bethesda. Yes, sir. I want to see that empty tomb. I just want to see it. You know, I want to see the Sea of Galilee. I want to eat some tilapia that hasn't been frozen. I want to see the Holy Land. Listen, fulfill your dreams. You don't get another chance to do it. Don't wait until you're too old to do it. Step out and do it. Enjoy those things. Listen, enjoy every moment you can to the fullest. I love one of my favorite verses in the Bible. It was in Exodus 24. And God called Moses up into the mountain. And this is what he said to Moses. He had Moses, and he said, come up to me into the mount and be there. What a truth. Come up with me to the mount and be there. Hey, listen, come to church and then be there. Don't come to church and be somewhere else. Huh? Don't go on vacation and be somewhere else. Don't go to school and be somewhere else. Wherever you are, sit down and take advantage and say, well, this is where I am in life. I'll soak every bit I can out of this life. Hey, stop wishing your kids to go to bed. Because one day you're going to wish they wouldn't go to bed. Daddy. Shut up! Sometimes, 6 of them. Daddy. And none of it's important. Daddy. You know what I remind myself? One of these days, I'm going to wish I would hear Daddy. Hey, take advantage of it. Hi, Daddy. You're a bad girl. And I love you, Ellie. And you know what? I sometimes, yes. I can't wait till they grow up. I can't wait till they're out of the house. Careful. Because one day they will be out of the house. And one day you're going to say, I sure wish they were back. And so what do? You call them all up and say, you guys want to come home? You want to come? Hey, bring the whole family over. We're going to all move in together. Huh? Let's all get houses ready to roll. Me and your mom, and then you guys on this side, and your brother on this side. And all the kids are saying, no, you're psychotic. You belong in our home. You get the minute you get home. What happened? They wished you away. Now they wish you were back. Listen, enjoy life. Wherever you are, take time to be there and enjoy. Listen, even in the bad times. Hear what I said? Even when things are falling apart, say, okay, it's a painful trial, but I'm going to be here and get something out of it. Because God has something for us in the valley. And you get there and say, okay, I don't like this, but I'm not just going to waste it. I'm not going to get drunk and sleep it off. I'm not going to get high and wish it away. I'm not going to run from the trial. I'll stay here and squeeze all I can out of life. Why? Life is short. It's too short. Enjoy every moment. You know, some of us just need to lighten up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Some of you guys, I got the joy down in my heart, down, way down deep in my heart. Listen, if you've got joy in your heart, tell your face.
Yes, come on now. That's good. Yes.
Some of you are just so grumpy all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that was just a corny joke. Well, laugh anyway. Who cares?
Yes.
Goodness, you all take life way too serious. I almost fell off a cliff and we got done, and I'm getting my butt chewed out for it. And then I said, and then I make her wisecrack. I said, oh yeah. And she goes, I screamed for you. Throw up the keys in your wallet. I can't believe you'd say something like, oh, well, lighten up. I'm not dead. Maybe that's why she's grumpy. I don't know. Listen, lighten up a little bit. Some of you take life way too serious. Way too serious. It's okay, so no big deal you get your gas shut off in your house. Who cares?
Amen.
Lighten up. If your wife rips the bumper off the car, who cares? Girls, look up here. Hey, I'm saying, listen, life's too short to be grumpy. Lighten up a little bit. You know what? You'd be surprised how many of your trials would get a little better if you laugh through them. If you laugh through them a little bit. Hey, listen, whether you laugh or cry, it don't change the trial.
Right. Amen.
So sometimes you might as well just shrug your shoulders and say, oh well, oh well, oh well, who cares? Mortgages due, oh well, I ran over that old lady and hit her, oh well, she grandma got run over by a reindeer. As Melly would say, a flying donkey. And number 2. That thing I said a while ago about a short sermon, I lied. Number 2. Listen, Solomon said this, live righteously. Live righteously. He said right there in chapter 9, he said, let thy garments always be white. Who did Solomon realize? Solomon discovered that his sin destroyed his quality of life. He had all the money he could ever dream of having. He had everything his heart would ever desire. But it got tainted with 1,000 different wives. Sometimes our sin. You know what he also did? The Bible says he began to embrace the false gods of those women. Until pretty soon, not only was he living in some sin, but he's embracing false gods. And it took down the quality of life that you can have. You want a great quality of life, Christian? Live right. Live right. It's not always easy to live right, but it's always good to live right. Just live right. Just do right. Don't be selfish. Solomon said, he said, man, I got selfish with the stuff that I had. I got to the point where it was all about me. And God blessed him with great riches and great wisdom. But it got tainted, and his quality of life was tainted by unrighteousness in it. And he got down to the end and said, you know what? I wasted it. All is vain. It was just a waste. It means nothing when you're on your deathbed. The truth is, it won't mean anything when you're on your death. We were at McDonald's yesterday, and this old lady was there, an elderly lady, and she was trying to get her food, but they couldn't get the tray. And so Mrs. Clark went over and helped her with it and took it over there to her, and the lady reaches in her pocket, and she pulls out $1. He gives her $1. She took the $1 back to the table to show Caleb, because she had just gotten $1. What happened? Told Caleb. Oh, that's what it was. He had $1. Kid had $1 and wanted to buy cookies for, didn't have $1, asked her for $1 to buy cookies for his bus kids. She gave $1, he bought 3 cookies, and within less than a couple of minutes, God gave that $1 back. She took it back to the table and says, Caleb, this is why you give. This is why you give. Because God will give it right back to you. As we were leaving, we're going out, and there's that lady, and she asked for some creamer. And Mr. Parker got the creamer, opened it up, and poured it in her coffee. Just a little old lady. Those are the things that are going to matter. Those are the things that add quality to your life. When you walk out of there and say, man, that was a blessing. As that blind lady at Pike's Place was feeling along, and Miss Clark comes up next to her and grabs her elbow and walks with her. So you got a step coming. She steps up over the curb and took her down the sidewalk. That's what gives quality of life. That's what life is all about. Life is not about me. It's not about selfishness. It's about others. Hey, live righteously, he said. The righteous person enjoys life so much more than the unholy. We live a guilt-free life. You can go home today. I'm going to go home tonight tired. Boy, I'll tell you, nothing wears me out like preaching. I go home, I'm going to be exhausted. When I lay down tonight, it's a good exhaustion. I'm going to lay down and say, man, I might have helped somebody today. I tell you what, man, so-and-so said it was a good sermon. And that person said they made a decision today. And that girl this morning, she got saved this morning, man. Man, what a day! Live righteously. You'll have a quality of life that's guilt-free. You're going to have a joy. You'll have a life that you can live without horror, without fear. The wicked live in fear every day. They have no idea what's going to come, and they don't know who's going to bail them out, and they're probably scared of God half the time. Listen, live righteously. Number 3, value relationships.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Value relationships. Amen. The only thing you can take with you when you die is a relationship. Amen. That's all you can take. You won't take your money. You won't take your house. You won't take your car. You won't take your clothes. You won't even take your phone. Half of you probably want to go to heaven now. You won't take any of that stuff. But you can take your family. Amen. You can take a neighbor. You can take a bus kid. You can take Muhammad or Crystal. You can take a teenager. Listen, value relationships. Relationships are so important. Listen, you got a family, treasure that thing. Treasure that thing. You got kids? Boy. Tonight I got here, and I realized I left my Bible on the table as I walked out. I had to turn around and rush home. I rushed home to get my Bible. I grabbed my Bible, went and got a drink of water real quick, and there's plants in the windows that the girls had planted from Mother's Day. And I didn't take but maybe 10 seconds. And I just looked around real quick, and I thought, we have a family. We have a family. The mark of kids is everywhere. From spray-painted carpet to holes in the wall, the mark of children is everywhere. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. The mark of Jonathan and Marlene are there too. I'm just kidding. They're good boys. Ish. But that's important. Careful that you don't yell at your kids for spilling the milk on an accident, that you wound their spirit and lose the relationship. Because that's what's important. So the kid took grape juice up and spilled it on the carpet. Don't value the carpet more than you value the kid. Because that relationship is what's important. I've been to a lot of funerals. Scores of them. I've done scores of them. I've been to hundreds of funerals. I've been to many a funeral. Do you know, not one time ever at a funeral, not one time ever have I heard somebody stand up and give some type of a testimony or some type of a word about the deceased, and they said something like this: boy, I sure wish I would have spent more time making money. I wish I would have worked 2 jobs now. Boy, I tell you, I wish I would have drove a nicer car. Never. But they always say, I wish I wasn't so busy and I spent more time with them. Because that's what's important. Husbands and wives fighting. One of these days you're going to wish you had that 30 minutes back. Or those 4 or 5 days back. Whatever the case may be. Right now you get missed at each other. Having a big fight. Let me tell you something. One day there'll be a casket down here, and you'll be standing in front of that casket, weeping and say, I wish I just had one more day. And you'll realize you did. You did. But you wasted it. Kids, value your parents. Because they can be gone just like that. You have no idea when your mom or dad's going to drop dead. You have no idea when there's an accident. You better right now, you better say I love you. Every time you leave, you better say I love you. Because you may never have another chance. My whole life until I went to college, every night I hugged my dad good night. Every night. I came back from college for 2 weeks at Christmas time. 18 years old. I remember getting up from the table to go to bed. And I'm like, you all right? Because that's just what we do. We value relationships. Relationships are important. Hey, listen, stop causing a breach between each other. We're a family. We're the family of God. We're brothers and sisters in Christ. Value that relationship. You know, friends are hard to come by. If you have a friend, count yourself very blessed. Value that relationship. Next of all, number 4, give it your very best. Give life your very best. He said there, we read a moment ago, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Why? Because there's no work, there's no device, there's no knowledge, there's no wisdom in the grave where thou goest. You better take what you have right now and give it everything you have. Hey, you got a family, give everything you got to that family. I can say I go to bed at night tired. But I want my family to know I want to give my best to them. I want to give my best to them. Do I want to go out and bike ride? No. No, if God wanted me to ride a bike, He would have given me a car. You know? Yeah, this is all there is to it. I don't want to go jump on the trampoline. No, I'm too old for that. Jump on the stupid trampoline. I don't want to look at Clash of Clans. That's the stupidest thing about Clash of. It's fake. It's stupid. But Joseph likes it. Oh, Joseph, let me see your tower. That's a pretty nice tower. What's that red thing? More gems? Ooh, you just got more gems. Wow. But you know what? It's important to him. And Caleb out shooting his bow and arrow at everything in the house, around the house, that's important to him. So we'll do that. Ellie, her suckers, it's important to her. Daddy, I did it. And we have a little ritual we do when she goes to the bathroom. And someday I'll tell her when she gets married at her wedding. And listen, you go to work hard. Work hard. Give it your best. Don't go to work and slack around. Listen, the harder you work, the more you'll enjoy life. Right. Those who work hard for what they get, they enjoy it more than those who get it without doing it. You go to work hard. And when you go to play hard. Play hard. Give it everything you have. You're in a ministry, give it everything you got. You've got to be there anyway. If you're going to sing the choir anyway, good night, give it your all. If you're going to have to rail the bus ride anyway, well, give it your all. Yes. If you're going to teach a class anyway, give it your all. Yeah. Work hard. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, don't listen. Too many of us just float through life. Just whatever happens, happens, you know. There's no purpose. There's no drive. My dad said it to me today. He said that's the difference between people and animals. Animals, they just live in the moment of whatever. They see an opportunity and they just do it and take it, whatever. They just live for the moment. People can plan ahead and enjoy life. That's what life's about. Enjoy it. Enjoy your ministry? Enjoy your ministry. The best way to predict the future is to create the future.
Yes, sir. Amen. Yes, sir.
The best way to predict the future is create the future. Get a goal. Get a vision. Get a dream. And say, this is what I'm going to do. My dad's pastor, we're talking about him today, he said, his pastor told him this. He said, when I was 14 years old, I made a list of my dreams, my goals, and the way I would live. He said, since then till now, everything I do runs through the filter that I made when I was 14 years old, saying, this is how I'm going to live. That's a lot of wisdom. Number 5, quickly. Live for the eternal. I think that sometimes we have forgotten that this world is not my home. I'm just a passer through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. Hey, don't forget to live for the eternal. Nothing wrong with enjoying life. Nothing wrong with having a good time down here. There's nothing wrong with taking advantage of a vacation or an opportunity or whatever. Nothing wrong with that at all. But don't live for that. Don't live for that. Don't live to eat, but eat to live. Live your life with an eye towards eternity and say, yeah, it sure is nice to have this car, but you know what? That's not what my life's about. My life's about Jesus Christ. Yeah, it sure is nice. I got a nice phone, and I don't have to do it. I just say, hey, Siri. And that's kind of cool. That's nice. But you know what? I don't live for that. My life's to honor Jesus Christ. That's what it's all about, folks. Keep your eyes on eternity and live for something that lasts. Though he said, eat the fat and drink the sweet. Nothing wrong with that. But then he said, the next line says, but don't forget to send a portion to those who have none. That's what we live for. Yes, enjoy your life, but don't become selfish with it. You live for something that's going to matter and something that's going to last in eternity. Live for Christ. That's what matters. Don't live for yourself. Live for Him. Live for souls. Live for a ministry. Live for a purpose. Every one of us needs to have the same purpose. To honor God and glorify God in your life. That is our purpose. Our purpose needs to bring glory to God. And one of the greatest ways to do that is to tell people about His Son. Spread the gospel. Boy, that's so important. Live for something worth living for. Do you know that the people who own the Diamond Mall are Christian people? You know, nothing wrong with owning the Diamond Mall and raking in a lot of money. I'm sure the overhead's a lot of money too. Nothing wrong with that. But do you know what she does every week? They teach Bible classes. They run the church. They tithe. They work in ministry. And not one time did they, through all that, did they tell us they own the Diamond Mall? It was never about that. It was about this. Found out on accident from somebody else they own the Diamond Mall. Because that's not the focus. The focus needs to be Him. Let's keep Him in our focus. Live your life so God can one day say, well done. Well done. That's how we need to live. Your trials, your victories, your enemies, everything. Live your life so God will look down when they say, well done. Hey, if you're not saved today, you must be born again. If you're not saved, you settle that right now. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how you live. Like I said this morning, God will deal with you later. You better get saved. George Whitfield preached. Somebody asked him one time, said, George Whitfield, he said, Brother Whitfield, you have preached one sermon 3,000 times. You have preached the same sermon, and you titled it, You Must Be Born Again. You have preached the same sermon 3,000 times. Why? He said, because you must be born again. How true it is. we must be born again. If you're not saved, take care of that. Only one life, yes, only one. Now let me say, thy will be done. And when at last I'll hear the call, I know I'll say it was worth it all. Only one life until soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. Let's keep our eyes on heaven. Let's not be like Solomon in our life saying, yeah, I was wise and I was rich, but I wasted it all. I might have had everything my heart ever desired, but I missed the boat. It was all vanity. I should have lived righteously. I should have squeezed everything I could out of every moment. I should have lived for others. Others, Lord, others, let this my motto be. Let's bow our heads, please. Our Father, I pray tonight that we would realize how short life is, here today, and on tomorrow.